The end of an aisleway here, and a crossbow was aimed and fired. I was able to escape. Today, somebody came up with the bright idea of increasing the odds, almost to a factor that you can't deal with. Let me illustrate to you what's going to happen. I'm going to be chained up next to this building. I'm going to be locked in position. This gun is going to be aimed at my chest. It will hit whatever's behind that target with so much energy that it will be a complete, irreparable cessation of all life. In essence, it'll be over for me.
From Hollywood, California, it's Masters of Illusion. Tonight, Jonathan David Bass performs one of his most miraculous illusions ever. The hilarious comedy magic of Michael Finney. Michael Griffin risked life and limb bound and facing a high-powered rifle. Nick Lewin dazzles us with his incredible bottles. Amazing John Chirac's mystifying burning coffin. The interactive magic with Max Maven. And for the first time on network television, master magician Franz Harari produces a real airplane out of nowhere. All this and more tonight on Masters of Illusion. And now, your host, Franz Harari.
Thank you. Welcome to Masters of Illusion. I'm Franz Harari. Like the jacket? Tonight, you're in for a treat. You're about to see some of the world's most amazing magicians from around the world. So if you're ready, here is something that is guaranteed to make you smile. Ladies and gentlemen, Jonathan David Bass.
still to come. Michael Finney shows us a new way to play with playing cards. Jonathan David Bass is put to the slow motion challenge. And Franz Harari, in a must-see television event, produces an airplane out of thin air.
Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Finney.
This effect is done with two. Yes, two decks at once. This gentleman right here. Sir, what is your name? Milton. What is it? Milton. Milton. Milton, pick a deck. The big one. That's what I'd have said. Nice catch. What I want you to do is flip the top of the box open with your thumb. Very nicely done. If you'll flip the box upside down, the card should fall into your hands. There you go. Now, hand the box to the lady sitting next to you there. And what I want you to do is pull out any card at random. If you have a favorite card, you can search through and find it, but any card at random will do. As I turn my head, show the card to the audience. Don't let me see it. Got it? Now what I want you to do is take the card that you have chosen and stick it into this deck anywhere at random. Hey, Milton, you could have put this in face down, man. I'm a little better than that. This is a ridiculous trick, obviously, and I only do it for the cheap laughs, and you folks have been very gracious. So now that I have you just whipped up into a frenzy, what do you say we continue on in this carnival-like atmosphere? Milton, come join me on stage. How you doing, Milton?
Doing great.
Nice to meet you, sir. If you just stand right over here on my right side there.
Sure.
And I'll just take these out of your hands. No need to bother you with those. Milton, where are you from?
I'm from Los Angeles.
You're from Los Angeles. Yeah, you're a nice dresser, too, there, Milt. You're looking good today. What do you do for a living, Milt?
I'm a tax preparer.
You're a tax preparer.
Right.
All right. Well, that sounds very interesting. In order to do this, I need two $100 bills. You got two $100 bills?
No.
So this tax preparation thing's more of a title than anything else, huh?
About so, yeah.
Yeah. Have you got two $50 bills?
No.
Yeah, you spend a lot of money on your clothes, that's why.
Yeah.
You got a wallet?
Yeah.
Let's see what you got there, Milt. I know what I'm looking for. Talk about a death grip. Look, right here's a 5. There's another 5, and look, there's some ones left for you.
All right.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is done with two $5 bills, so graciously donated by my good friend Milt. On the face is Lincoln, on the back is the memorial. All you have to do, sir, is tell the difference between the two, and I put them in your hands. Heads and tails, tails and heads, heads and heads, tails and tails. Think you can do that?
Sure.
Put your hands out like this, facing the audience, and as I place the bills, there you go. As I place the bills into your hands, what do they reveal?
One head, one tail.
Sharp as a tack, and there'll be no fooling you.
Two heads.
Two heads are better than one. I guess we won't be seeing you in the bonus round, huh, Milt? And now what do they reveal?
Two tails.
Kind of exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
And now what do they reveal?
A head and a tail.
This one's a head, this one's a tail. This is a 5, this is a 5. Hey, Milt, which 5 did you give me, this one or this one?
Both of them.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yep, pretty much that's it, Milt. See ya.
All right.
Trick's over. Okay, perhaps I should give you a chance to get your money back.
All right.
Do you play cards?
A little bit.
Got any more money?
No.
Pick a card. Look at it, memorize it, show it to the audience. Don't let me see it. A little bit higher, please. Okay, now place it on top. Sir, I have $10 used to belong to you. In order for you to get it back, all you have to do is recognize your card when you see it again. Think you can do that?
I think I can do that.
Tell me when you see it again. The hell, Milt. I'd say you're, well, never mind. What I want you to do is put your feet together and your hands down to your sides. Take the cards into your right hand fingertips. Hold on to them firmly. Bring them right up there to your forehead. Let's be realistic here, Milt. Now, if this was your show, you'd have done it to me.
You're right.
I'm going to wave my hand, snap my fingers, your eyes will shut, and you will go into a deep trance. Ready? Here we go. All right, it worked. Ladies and gentlemen, this requires complete silence. What I'm about to do is read this gentleman's mind, which, quite frankly, at this point should be a piece of cake. Milt, are you concentrating on the card, sir?
Concentrating
And your eyes are shut?
My eyes are shut.
I'm starting to get an impression. Who is Sylvia? Never mind, we'll talk about her later. I'm having a hard time reading your mind. Please keep your eyes shut. We're going to bring the cards down like this. We're going to bring this hand up here on the deck. When you hear my fingers snap, your eyes will open and you will awaken from your trance, concentrating on this deck of cards, thumbing through them one at a time until you find your card. You hand it to me, I give you back your 2 $5 bills, and you go merrily on your way, okay?
Okay.
Open your eyes, thumb through there, show me your card, I give you back the $10, all right? Because this was the big one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, you just have to show me what the little one. And let me give you a hand there. $10, don't buy. How long you been accounting? A long time? That wasn't it? I
No.
thought that was it. You sure this was the big one, though, right?
That's right.
Yeah, it's got to be in there. That's not it right there?
No.
You're kidding me. You don't find I used to keep the $10, so it's got to be in there somewhere. That's not it right there?
No.
You got to be kidding me. What about that one?
No.
That's not it right there?
No.
Well, then keep looking, because this was the big one, right?
Yeah.
Then it's got to be in there.
There it is up there.
Please give him a big round of applause. The big payoff, Milt. Thank you very, very much. Take care. My name is Michael Finney. Thank you very, very much.
All right. I need to borrow somebody from the audience. I'm thinking you, sir. Your name is
David Gallo.
David. Dave.
Yeah.
David, can I borrow you for a second?
Sure.
Big round of applause for David. Come with me. David, for you, sir, I have a very special chair. It's right there. Sit down, relax, get comfortable. Nice chair, huh? Yeah, but with everything comes a price. And your price is a job. I'm going to ask you to sign your initials with this magic marker. And you'll be signing those initials onto an object that I'm going to bring you in just a moment. Stay right there. In 1862, a group of monks wanted to create a memorial for a fallen brother. But they had no money, no resources, so they resorted to handcrafting 12 vases. Well, a couple of months later, the city was all but destroyed by fire, and yet somehow those vases survived. Today, the people of the town actually believe these vases hold a kind of power, a kind of force, a force which makes them indestructible. Well, when I heard that, it sounded like magic, real magic. I wanted to see that for myself. I wanted to put it to the test. So, I went to Germany, and amazingly, they loaned me a vase.
gun is going to be aimed at my chest. The gun is a Model 70 Winchester. It is chambered in a .308 cartridge. What that means is when the bullet leaves this rifle towards my chest, it will be leaving at 3,200 feet per second, or a mile in just a second and a half. When we came up with the idea for this, we knew that nobody wanted to take the responsibility of actually physically firing the gun. So we came up with a mechanical device. This is a 30-second timer. At 30 seconds, the trigger is pulled, the bullet goes, I better be out of there. Think about it. If you only had 30 seconds left, what would you be doing? What would you be thinking? I know what I'm going to be thinking. And I know what I'm going to be doing, too.
Coming up next, Jonathan David Bass puts himself in the hot seat. Magician John Chirac plays with fire. And master escape artist Michael Griffin stands in the crosshairs of a loaded rifle.
And now let's check back once again with Michael Griffin.
I wanted to show you this. This is going to be one of the most important things. You've got to remember that that bullet is going to be flying at a mile every second and a half. It's going to be way too quick for any human eye to see. So this piece of glass is directly in line with the bullet's path. This glass will shatter, and that will let you know at home that the bullet is coming. That's why it's here. It'll go right through there, right through there, right through me, if I'm not able to get out quick enough.
Still to come, John Chirac performs an incredible illusion. An amazing performance by Nick Lewin. Jonathan David Bass is up for our slow motion challenge. And Bronze Harari attempts a spellbinding illusion that you have to see to believe.
When it comes to your health, never compromise, even when choosing a laxative.
To Masters of Illusion.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Lewin.
Pleasure to be here, and I want to show you an illusion that I brought all the way from England, my hometown, and it's something very simple. It involves today's copy of the Usher Today. This fine piece of journalism. Now, check it out, because I want you to look at it. I got this by standing in front of the machine. I waited for a guy to put 2 quarters in, then I moved quicker than he did. He wasn't happy. But you can't argue with hands like these. You like that? I learned that from David Copperfield. I saw him standing in front of Caesar's palace hailing a cab. It disappeared. I'm going to create the illusion of tearing this newspaper in half. Now, I'm not really going to do it. I'm just going to create the illusion of tearing it in half, or half, as you say. We invented the language, you just messed it up. No, that's not true. The English and the Americans have always got on well. The only time we ever squabbled was over the War of Independence. By the way, how are you enjoying life without taxation? Can he do it again? Yes, another rip, another tear. Torn into little pieces is hard work. My skin's beginning to leak. Hope my deodorant's working. So I should really diet. I'm on a diet. I'm trying to get back to my original weight, 7 pounds, 6 ounces. Can he do it again? Yes. Another rip, another tear. Now, you'll notice how convincing this is. One more time, just down to there. Now, the strength of Hulk Hogan, the body of Fred Flintstone. Now, you might have seen the magician on TV rip up a newspaper like that, walk out on stage, and instantly restore it into one. I can't do that. That's what makes my version different. No, I want to show you something. Watch closely, because I'm going to show you the prettiest piece of magic that I know how to do. And it is also going to be done in slow motion. You know what I'm going to do, and the toughest way to do any illusion is to do it in slow motion. So watch these torn, raggedy pieces very closely, because if you do, you are going to swear that you actually see this newspaper get bigger. Check it out. You might think it gets larger. In fact, if you're watching very closely, you might even think you see those torn edges blend together. You might even think that newspaper totally restores, but that could never happen. That would be just an illusion! Yeah! Thank you very much, Andy. All right. So, I want to show you the oldest trick in magic, and I have it right here. And it involves just two things. It involves a glass and a bottle. And the idea of the trick is we're going to pass the glass from there where the glass is, right the way to over there where the bottle is. And then we will pass... Sorry about that, too many bottles. And then we'll pass the bottle from there where the bottle is to over there where the glass is. Now, to do this, it is vital that the glass is the same distance from the bottle as the bottle from the glass. And to achieve that, 2 tubes. The number 1 tube and the number 2 tube. Number tube. Second, bottle, glass. We say the magic mystic words. Hocus pocus, fish bones choke us. Let's take a look. And over there we find the bottle. And over there, the glass. But now we come to the hard part of the trick. Getting them back again. And once again, there is the glass and there is the bottle. Let go. Wait a minute. Maybe it's better in slow motion. Check it out. There's the glass, there's the bottle, there's the bottle, there's the glass. There's a bottle there. Now, the number 1 tube. The number 1 tube always goes over the bottle. And the number 2, I'm sorry, another bottle. It goes over the glass, which becomes a bottle, and the bottle becomes, because now the number 2, there's another bottle there. It's got to be easier with 1 tube. Watch it with 1 tube only. With 1 tube only. The glass becomes a bottle, therefore the bottle over there must become a glass, but then we cheat, use that bottle there. And sometimes I don't use the glass, I just use a bottle, and then sometimes over there I use it, but then you cheat, you use that bottle there. And sometimes I don't even use the glass, I just use a bottle. Sometimes another bottle, sometimes 1 there, sometimes a spare. Sometimes you see 2 glasses. One more, cheers. Good evening, God bless you. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Sherrock.
Glorified by literature, glamorized by Hollywood, feared by children, and worshipped by the macabre. The vampire has truly earned its place in history. The legendary Dracula, as well as many modern-day vampires, wears a cape because he roams the streets at night in search for his next victim. It's said that one glance into the vampire's eyes would lure its victim directly under his magical spell. Ladies and gentlemen, beware of the night.
Coming up, escape artist Michael Griffin attempts to cheat death, and
a little while from now, I'm going to let you participate in an amazing mystery with me. I'll see you soon.
You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. When you're not happy, my sky...
Nothing's worse than when your baby has a cold. That's why we created Johnson's Soothing Vapor Bath, enriched with
Masters of Illusion.
This is it. Brace yourself for the mind-bending, interactive magic of Mr. Max Maven.
You know, I'm in a Halloween sort of mood this evening. But then again, for some of us, every evening is Halloween. That's the reason I've put together a game involving you and these lovely jack-o'-lanterns. Come up to your television screen and put your finger onto any one of the jack-o'-lanterns that is frowning. Pick one of the frowning jack-o'-lanterns. Now, if you like, you can change to a different frowning jack-o'-lantern, because frankly, that one isn't my favorite, but it's up to you. All right. Move your finger up or down to the nearest smiling jack-o'-lantern? Good. Move your finger left or right to the nearest frowning jack-o'-lantern. Now finally, and don't get ahead of me, listen carefully. Move your finger either right or down to the nearest smiling jack-o'-lantern. What a good choice. It's such a festive holiday, wouldn't you say?
It's the high-energy magic of John Chirac and Mary Lynn. And now it's time to check in once again to see how Michael Griffin is coming along. Michael, what's happening?
Let me kind of give you an idea backstage of how I'm going to be chained up. First off, my hands are going to be tied behind my back by a couple of persons. Then they're going to put me in front of this chain. Then this chain will go down from these rafters around my neck. It'll be padlocked in front. I will then be held behind against this chain with two other padlocks. When all is said and done, I will be trapped in the center of this frame, just like a little bug in a spider's web. I know what's going to happen to me if I don't get out in 30 seconds, and I think you do too.
Coming up, Jonathan David Bass's this week's slow motion challenge.
Join us for family fun.
Stage. Now, the first thing you're thinking is, oh, sure, they probably have a big trap door and the plane is simply going to rise up out of the ground. That can't happen because, as you can see, our ladies are placing a massive parachute across the floor of the stage. That's going to basically disallow anything from rising up from underneath. The second thing you're thinking to yourself is, all right, well, then the plane is going to roll in from either side, or who knows which direction, that also is not an option. And that's because I've asked for the help of 16 volunteers from the audience. You know who you are, you've been pre-selected. Come on up here at that point if you will. We have 16 of our ladies and gentlemen. Come on up here, folks. You'll notice that there are 16 small little white tabs in a circle. Go ahead and take your position on those tabs. Make yourself comfortable. Here we go. Perfect. Looking like a big class photo. That's beautiful. One more person in the back. Everybody's got their place. All right. Now we take my little airplane. This is where the magic happens. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like you to grab hold of the hand of the person next to you. Go ahead and grab hold all the way around. Hold hands, don't let go. Whatever happens, do not let go of the hand of the person next to you. Are we all set? All right, and remember, what you're watching at home is being shared right here with our live audience. Gentlemen, bring in the portals. All right, don't let go of those hands. Are you ready? Give me lights, now! Yeah! We did it! Ladies and gentlemen, turn around, look behind you. Turn around, folks. You let go of your hands, check it out. Come on over here. It's real. And now, ladies and gentlemen, standing by is master escape artist Michael Griffin, who's getting ready to perform a dangerous escape.
Make it tight. Whew. Hey, do me a favor. Don't try this one at home.
And now it's time for the slow motion challenge. Magician Jonathan David Bass shows that he clearly has nothing up his sleeves. He inflates and ties a standard blue balloon, then from his boot, a 10-inch razor-sharp commando knife. Okay, see if you can detect the point at which the magic takes place. Get ready. This is the part where you don't want to blink. Did you catch it? Now let's slow that down. There. Did you catch it? How about slower? From balloon to bird. Now that's real magic.
I'd like to thank all of our incredible magicians this evening. And of course, a special thanks to you for joining us and for supporting the magical arts.